Now you can see how high rising the tsunami waves are. And there is another story that came from Thailand. It is about a girl, Tilly Smith, a British schoolgirl. And this girl, she was able to save many lives when tsunami struck Phuket beach in Thailand. Because of this act of bravery, she got many awards. But her parents, they have not allowed their daughter to be interviewed. And they did not want her to become a celebrity. Children, why? And probably the answer is they wanted her to be an ordinary girl. They didn't want her to get limelight and publicity because that would spoil her. It was her duty to save people, and she had done her duty. Now, this was a lesson probably she had learned in her geography class about tsunami signs. First, the earthquake below the ocean, which is generated. Then, due to this, ocean floor cracks and the water swells. The water spreads waves and they give force, and these waves rise very high and they hit the shore. So you can see how tsunami's waves are rising almost as high as the many-story buildings, and they are overpowering, and they are taking everything with them in their waves. This story is from Thailand. The Smith family from southeast England, they were celebrating Christmas at a beach resort in southern Thailand. And Tilly Smith was a 10-year-old schoolgirl. Her sister was 7 years old, and their parents were Penny and Collie Smith. It was 26 December 2004. The deadly tsunami waves, they were on their way. And they were triggered, given more force because of the massive earthquake of southern Sumatra early that morning. And the beach was getting smaller, the sea was rising. No one could understand except this girl Tilly. And why? Because she remembered her geography video lesson on tsunami. And this video lesson was about tsunami that had struck Hawaiian Islands in 1946. And it was shown to her, the students in the class in England. She immediately alerted her parents and also other tourists, and they took refuge in the third floor of a hotel, and this is how they saved their lives. Because of her common sense, because of her lessons that she had learned in her class, she could alert herself, her parents, and also save the life of other tourists. Now, there is another study, and this study says that why few animals died in the tsunami. Before this tsunami wave struck into the coast of India and Sri Lanka, people observed wild domestic animals. They were able to know that something was wrong, and they fled to safety, to safer place, and their behavior changed. According to eyewitness accounts, elephants, they started screaming and they ran for higher grounds. Dogs, pet dogs, they did not like to go outdoors. Even the flamingo birds, they left their low-lying breeding grounds, and the zoo animals, they rushed into their shelters and they could not be persuaded to come back. Experts believe why animals behaved in such a manner because they have acute hearing sense which helps them to hear Earth's vibration. And this is probably called as the sixth sense of animals. Now, this tsunami, it killed many people in dozen countries, but not many animals were reported dead. Along India coast, thousands of people died, but buffaloes, goats, dogs, they were found unharmed. The Yala National Park in Sri Lanka, which is a home to a variety of animals, including elephants, leopards, 130 species of birds. In this park, 60 visitors, they were washed away, they were swept away by the tsunami waves. But no animal carcasses were found except 2 water buffaloes. About an hour before tsunami hit, people observed that 3 elephants, they were running away from the Patangala beach to safe place. A Sri Lanka gentleman, he said his life was saved because of his 2 dogs, and they refused to go for their daily run on the beach that day. So you can see here in these pictures the devastation, the damage to life and property that was caused by these killer tsunami waves. There are some lessons learned, children, from this lesson. It shows a very pathetic picture, a very sad picture of the powerful tsunami of 2004. We have also understood what causes tsunami and the impact of tsunami on people and environment, and at the same time how one should best prepare for disasters. So, students, today the world is facing a pandemic, COVID-19. Well, an epidemic is a disease which affects larger number of people in the community. But pandemic is an epidemic, a disease that spreads over many countries. So it is also a kind of disaster which should be faced with preparedness and courage. COVID-19 is a pandemic now, and this is due to rapid increase in the number of cases which started from China, and today it has spread in almost many countries. Now, let us try to know the precautions to save ourselves and others from this pandemic. Clean your hands often, use safe soap and water or an alcohol-based hand rub. Maintain a safe distance from people who is coughing or sneezing. The third rule says, don't touch your eyes, nose or mouth. Cover your nose and mouth with your bent elbow or a tissue when you cough or sneeze. And stay at home. If you have fever or cough and difficulty in breathing, seek medical attention. And follow the directions that are given from time to time from local health authority or in national broadcasts, on televisions and other government sources. So children, educate yourself, your family, your community, and be safe, stay at home, and take care of yourselves. Hope you have understood this lesson. Thank you.